Okay. I tested it before. The sound levels should be fine, but there is like pressing the menu button just like slams it. But there's only like 2 settings in the whole thing, so it's decided to hide my Discord. Not Discord, the chat. Hold on. Maybe I can alt tab. We're gonna see if it breaks. Oh, in the group Discord? I haven't checked in on there yet. New game. Bino Skar. That's probably not how you say that. Syberia. I did skip through this cutscene, so I don't actually know what happens in it. It's got kind of like a funeral feel going on, though. No, I didn't remember there being so many automatons just kind of walking around. I thought they were like statues you had to interact with in my memory, but apparently not. She didn't even bow back. I like this next plot point for your first puzzle.
I shouldn't leave my luggage here.
Okay, we'll pick it up then.
I really don't have the strength to take this suitcase any further. I wonder who can help me.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't pick up my little chuckles about that. I couldn't. I'm too frail. But I can walk around this room endlessly. Don't mind me. Excuse me, young man. I am tired and I am weary.
Hi there. Hey, hi there. What are you doing? Can I see?
No, too difficult. Momo's work very difficult.
I noticed the chat.
So, your name's Momo. I'm Kate.
Momo do like Hans. He draw.
Hans?
Don't disturb Momo. Momo work difficult.
Will you show me your drawing?
No, not finished. Go away.
He has no experience with autistic kids. Also, for whatever reason, I like to think that she's mishearing the word hands, like he's trying to draw hands. They're very difficult.
I've just arrived. My case is a little heavy. Can you help me take it up to the room?
Momo strong. Very strong. But no time. Momo very busy.
Yep,
I
hyper
guess I'll
focus
let
wins
you
this round.
continue working.
You could sit down for a minute, and then in 5 minutes you'll have enough strength to get your suitcase up the stairs.
I shouldn't leave my luggage here. I really don't have the strength to take this suitcase any further. I wonder who can help me.
Oh, ring bell for service. Oh, hey. What do we got here? A little key? I'm probably supposed to wind this thing up, huh? Does this not work yet? Doesn't work yet. How do I... Where's my inventory? This probably backs up. I for inventory? Space for inventory. Space for pause. Pressing random keyboard buttons. Hoping it's not escape, because escape is... Oh, escape is silent. It's the menu. That sounds like, warning headphone users. Okay, maybe it's not that bad, but...
Okay, I'm coming.
Well, don't act like I'm the one who rang the bell 3 times. I just did what the little wind-up guy did.
Hi there.
Hello there, ma'am.
I'm
I
Kate.
would like a room. My company should have made a reservation in the name of Walker. The company is Marson and Lormont Associates. The name is Kate Walker.
Of course, Miss Walker. You are in room 6 on the next floor up.
Should I be
Thank
taking
you.
notes? I don't feel
Could
like
you
I should.
possibly take my luggage up, please?
Please do excuse me, Miss Walker. We have been neglecting our duties. Guests are so rare these days that we forget our manners. So you're the American woman? Is it true what people say? That you've come to buy the factory?
Not factory. Anna's house. Hans' house.
Excuse me?
Would you quiet down, you mischievous little boy? Ah. I imagine our little town must disappoint you. You see, today is very sad for us. It's a day of mourning. Today is the funeral of Miss Anna.
Momo sad, but Hans not dead. Hans long way away. Anna told Momo. Anna liked Momo very much.
That's enough, Momo. Stop pestering the lady. Now go on, scram. Get out of here, you hear?
He's giving me valuable information, sir. You don't gotta talk to him like
What
that.
was I saying? Oh, yes, Miss Anna. Such a great loss for Valadilene, it really is. Because now that she's dead, the factory will close. But you're here to stop that happening, aren't you? Our future is in your hands, Miss Walker.
What? Anna Vorarlberg is dead?
Here's your room. I hope you like it, Miss Walker. I'll leave you to rest for the time being. You must have a lot of work to do. You know, the takeover of the factory is very good news for us here. It would make us very happy to see life return to our valley. If only you had seen Valadilene before. It was delightful. People came from all over the world to buy Vorarlberg automatons. Ah, somebody has left you some mail, I see. Remember, if you need anything at all, we're not far away, Miss Walker.
Do you think that guy's more sad that Miss Anna Varlborg is dead, or that the factory's gonna close? Because he seems a little sketch to me. Dear Kate, our client, the Universal Toy Company, is more than eager to see conclusions from the talks with Varlberg, manufacturing with view to takeover in the days to come, and we have received notification to this effect. We are counting on your undoubted qualities as the business lord to bring negotiations with Madame Anna Varlberg, the current owner, to a close. Allow me to remind you that the Universal Toy Company is a multinational it's a multinational company which has a monopoly on the toy market. It is a Class A priority client who is also presenting Madame Varlberg with a golden opportunity to sell her factory. You should remind her of this fact in case she starts having last-minute second thoughts before signing the purchase agreement. Does dying count as last-minute second thoughts? I am under no doubt that you will live up to the great expectations I have in you. Edward Moss.
I should tell Marson about the death of Miss Varlberg. I hope this isn't going to get too complicated. I can't see myself staying here too long.
Who's gonna tell her? Can I go out this door?
No need to go down there.
I guess not.
I don't need that for the time being.
Okay, I guess we'll go down and talk to the guy. Ask to use this phone. It's our side room. Why would I? She's like, I don't need to go down here, but this hallway? This hallway calls
No need to
me.
go down there.
But just the hallway.
No need to go down there.
None of the offshoots or other doors. Okay, we'll go back then.
I'm back again.
Miss Walker?
I need to call a guy whose name is not on here. Tell me about automatons.
I just love all these little mechanical robots. I've noticed there are tons of them here in Valadilen.
Be careful what you say. Vorarlberg automatons are not robots. If you want people to like you here, never ever pronounce the word robot.
Okay. What is the difference between an automaton and a robot, then?
Well, to tell you the truth, no one really knows.
It's just the one that we like. We're like GoBots.
Did you know Anna Varlberg yourself?
Oh, why, of course I did. I mean, well, not really. She was a very great lady. We loved her very much. May she rest in peace.
The young boy who was here earlier talked about, Hans. Who is Hans?
Momo was talking about Hans Vorarlberg, Anna's younger brother. But he died a long time ago. Nobody here even met him.
Who is the boy who was drawing here earlier? Is he your son?
Heaven forbid. No, not at all. He's not a bad boy, no. Momo is just a little simple, that's all.
What is his connection with Anna Varlberg?
Momo is what you'd call the village idiot, and Anna took him under her wing. He must have reminded her of her younger brother, no doubt. And birds of a feather stick together, don't they?
You're implying that Anna Varlberg was a little bit slow as well?
Heaven forbid. No, not at all. She was a real loner. She kept to herself, that's all.
Oh, it's probably help for using the phone. That's probably all I needed to do.
I think I'm going to need your help again.
Are you leaving already, Miss Walker? Should we bring down your luggage?
No, I'm not leaving yet. It's just that...
We would love to help, but Just think what would happen if the telephone rang, or if a fax arrived, or if a customer came through the door. We don't have 5 minutes rest here. I'm sorry.
It's okay, no biggie.
Oh no. That's funny, sir. Considering that you told me that you don't get enough guests, that you forget your manners. Also, I wanted to use the phone. Also, her bag must really be just that heavy. He's like, I'm not doing it again. Not today.
I would like to see my room now.
No,
Why,
wait.
certainly, of course.
I just got down here. Okay.
I'll wait for the storm to end before I step outside.
Right. You could pick up an umbrella, though. There's plenty over there. No? I think I've gone through all the chat options except for going over it. That I'm
back
Kate.
again.
Miss Walker?
You can call me Kate
Hello.
Walker.
My name is Kate Walker, and
Of course. Walker, room 6, next floor up.
And I'd just like to use your phone, sir.
I would like to see my room now.
Why, certainly, of course.
Okay. We're gonna have to resort to trickery or something.
No need to go down there.
Why does she think there's stairs behind all these doors? Oh, I have a cell phone. We had a cell phone this whole time. Office, Mom, Olivia, Dan. Probably the office.
Marson and Lormont, how can I help you?
Can you put me through to Mr. Marson, please? It's Kate Walker.
Hold the line, please.
Hello, Kate. So tell me, how's the case going?
I've just got to Valladolid, and there's a slight problem, Mr. Marson, I'm afraid. Mrs. Vorarlberg is dead.
Ah, that's most unfortunate. But I seem to remember we made provisions for just such a sad eventuality, and we know that there was no heir.
Yes, that's right, but
So where's the problem, Kate? Contact the notary right away. I'll get my secretary to fax you his address and an introduction letter from the firm.
very good, Mr. Marson.
Right, I gotta go, Kate. Keep me up to date, okay?
I just...
Okay. Momo, he got kind of kicked out by the innkeeper guy. Or he made upset, and so he, like, kind of threw his stuff on the ground and stormed out. Let's see, your mom's probably not gonna help. Olivia, Dan. Who are these people?
Dan Foster isn't around to take your call right now, so please leave your message after the tone.
Just out here making phone calls in the middle of a hallway. It's okay, nobody else is staying here. Not really. You know what? Quite possibly that little piece of paper that appeared. Yes, it's a dialogue option. I can talk to the innkeeper about my dialogue option. My mission.
I'm back again.
Miss Walker?
A fax didn't arrive for me, did it?
Maybe. I thought I heard the phone ring.
Do you think you might want to go and check?
Certainly, ma'am. Immediately.
Thank you very much.
He didn't even have to move. Didn't even have to sidestep. Dear Maître Forster. Yep, that's not it. As you are no doubt aware, our practice is charged with undertaking negotiations for the takeover of the Varborg manufacturer by our client, the Universal Toy Company. It is with great sadness that we learn of the recent death of the manager and owner of the factory, Madame Varborg, with whom negotiations had started. We are under no doubt that Madame Varborg left you instructions before her death, enabling this sale to be concluded. We should remind you of the significant boosts the arrival of American multinational would bring to the economy of your region. It is for this reason that I am sure you will give our representative, Kate Walker, a warm welcome. Yours faithfully, Edward Marson. Oh, so that should have been in the same voice as the last fax. Well, I accidentally clicked. You know what? Since I'm here anyways, should fix this. Oh no. Well, hold up. Shouldn't fix anything actually, just go back in.
Thank you.
At your service.
Let my mouse slip off the side of the screen. Gotta be careful about that. Okay. So now I've
I'm gonna
got.
go look around Valadilen. See you later.
Oh!
As you like, miss.
Oh, the fax made the rain stop. This makes it look like I'm gonna inspect this puddle. Come on, Kate, live a little. Splash in some puddles. She walks everywhere.
No need to go down there.
Let's see. If I double click, I think she runs. I think if I press escape, she skips the running. But I'll pretend that we need to walk for a little bit.
No need to go down there.
Okay, maybe in here? There seems to be an entire middleman missing from this situation. Or maybe not. No. Definitely a missing middleman. Okay. Aha! Someone to interact with. Okay, maybe not. You
Good
gotta...
morning. Are you open? Can I buy something from your bakery?
No, afraid not. Not possible. We're closed.
I can wait a while.
You can wait, but we're closed all day. Day of mourning.
I'm sorry. Please accept my condolences.
Don't worry about it. Because of Madame Vorobog's death, all the shops are closed. Mayor's decision. Try tomorrow.
Tomorrow I won't be here. That's a pity.
I like how the guy's still dressed up in his baker's apron. Or maybe he's getting the pastries prepped for tomorrow. You know?
No need to go down there.
What do we have here? An abandoned newspaper? The Valid... Wow. The Valadine... Anyways, the Gazette. Mourning the loss of the Queen of our hearts. Let us pay homage. The mayor of our town has declared that today will be a day of collective mourning. Marks the end of an era. I'm hoping I can just skim this. Stiff joints, chronic hangovers? Need a spring in your step? Look no further. Dr. Schwitzwitz Miracle Elixir. One remedy for 1,000 woes. Definitely not snake oil. It's renowned Savior Fair. Helping Valadine to remain economically active. However, today the industry has lost its force. What will be the cost to the soul of Vilvadine?
This thing's jammed. If that's going to work, it looks like something's missing.
Run, Kate, run! Don't got all day. I guess there's just a million doors that, like, I can look at and she'll say, I don't need to go down there. This is a nice gate. Kate, what did you do? Give me some feedback. Just rub some rust off the side of the gate, or... Okay, we're gonna... Oh, maybe it's space? No, space was pause, wasn't it? I know there was a... Well, maybe there was just the running. Maybe that's why it took me 26.4 hours.
No need to go down there.
Is this the mayor's house?
No need to go down there.
Excuse me, sorry. Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious. This is the inn, right? No, the inn's kind of in that alcove. This is a... church?
No need to go down there.
Apparently not necessary. These birds, are these... Is it just me or are these birds really loud? Ah, an old man sitting on a park bench.
Good morning.
Good morning. What a pleasure to meet such a lovely young lady honoring our aging streets. Please sit yourself down next to me so we can enjoy the air together.
It would be a pleasure, but I'm afraid I don't have the time. Some other time, maybe.
I hope so, miss. I remember when these streets were full of vibrant life. In those days, there was a charming encounter to be had round every corner. Our good little town of Valadilen is not what it used to be.
It looks like things have changed a bit around here.
Our children have all left the valley. They need to earn a living, don't they? Can't really blame them. You have to move with the times, don't you? And it's not at the Vorarlberg factory that they'll find jobs. Being excluded from the world is not an easy burden to bear, believe you me, miss.
But it's such a pretty little village.
I can tell you're not from these parts. I hope you enjoy the pleasures that we still have to offer. Good day to you.
I like the interaction kind of ended with, but it's pretty, and he's like, ah! Get out of here. You've insulted me. I know what it used to be like. See, tab out of games. I'm not actually tabbing out. It's just that there's no mouse border. There's no mouse lock on the edge here, so I'm accidentally clicking on my second monitor. But yeah, I do the whole, yeah, there's been a couple games where I've done that. It's, just open them in the background and be like, oh, right, I was playing this on mute, and, totally forgot that it existed. You could... this must be the right place.
No point. It's locked. I'll come back when the funeral is over.
Okay. So by right place, I mean that must be the church. She doesn't need somebody to sign legal documents at a church. I guess my only recourse now is to click on every single door in the village.
No need to go down there.
Yeah, I definitely clicked on that one.
No need to go down there. No need to go down there.
Did I collect the newspaper? No. It's just blown away in the wind now, I guess. Maybe I should have read it. No, I'll never know what it said. So there's no important clues, you know?
No need to go down there.
I think my worst grievance of,
No need to go down there.
muting a game and alt-tabbing is when I've done it with, multiplayer games. On accident. I think I've only done that with, Teamfight Tactics. Might have done it with actual League of Legends once or twice. YouTube videos, you know, they can be very distracting. Tom Scott will show up with a video that's like, this is the Strid. It's the world's most dangerous stream, even though it looks really peaceful. Wanted me to tell you about it? And I'll be like, yes. Tell me more. Throw in a Bobby Broccoli and go. I haven't heard of Bobby Broccoli. Another, it's along the same lines. No, wait, it's along entirely different lines. Bobby's not talking about, the faults in our academies with dishonesty. Bobby is the academic dishonesty. I don't know him. Trying to make an educated guess. You know what? Maybe I should call Marson again.
You have reached Martin and Lormont Associates. We're sorry, but all our lines are busy. Please call back later.
Videos that follow the sorts of long-term fallout of a company or researcher being caught as fraud. Oh, so it is about the academic dishonesty. Yeah. Watch that. Jots down Bobby Broccoli in my notes. Don't let me think that's part of Syberia. Hey, well, you can't, you can fault them for trying, but what a thing to try to fake. Nice, yeah, I'd definitely get sucked down the rabbit hole.
I'm back again.
Watching
Miss
those
Walker?
sounds about right.
Could you tell me where I can find a notary here in Valadilen by the name of Alfolter?
We only have one notary here, and his house is easy to recognize. You can't miss it.
Well, tell me what it looks like then, sir. Am I really supposed to know what the notary house looks like from that? Because, I don't.
I'm gonna go look around Valadilen. See you later.
As you like, miss.
You know, it's hard enough finding actual academic papers and stuff. I bet finding the fake stuff and debunking it is even more.
No need to go down there.
Like, more of a process, maybe. Excuse me, can you tell me
Hello again.
what the notary's
If
house
you
looks
have
like?
5 minutes to sit and talk, I could tell you a thing or two about the olden days.
I am sorry. I really am in a hurry.
Ah, 'tis a pity.
Okay, up this hill is only the church, right? Yeah, just the one building. Definitely not the notary's house. One of my faves along Jenny Nixon. I know Jenny. Dan Olson, H. Bomber, Defunctland. I also know Technology Connections. Yep. Mooncat and Vsauce. You know, I don't know what it is about Vsauce, but he always comes off a little bit unhinged in more ways than the previous. Vsauce, Michael here. I haven't really watched a lot of his stuff. recently. The short about the flame being hollow came on my feed, though. Yeah, he's got them
No
wide
need to go down
eyes.
there.
It's kind of this... Sir, can you tell me where the notary is?
We're closed. Try tomorrow.
Is the notary is Bulgari
No need to go
Patisserie?
down there.
Yeah, I thought it meant pastry shop and not notary house.
No need to go down there.
Dial red. Sleep with his voice, but he turns rubber gloves into hot. Oh, that guy? Oh, yeah, no. I can't do that guy. Because I'm like, this is illegal activity. Just, I can't be thinking about how you turned a lab glove into a purple soda while I'm drinking a purple soda. I can't be having that in
No need to
my
go down
thought
there.
process in the future. Okay, so the notary house must be the house with the automaton door. And he's removed one of the automatons because obviously he doesn't want to be disturbed. Oh. My goodness. The only way for me to fix this would be to unplug my second monitor. Oops. It's okay, I'll pull us back from the void.
No need to go down there.
I'm so sorry. Did you uncover horrible secrets of the universe while you were there? Yes, but now I can no longer remember them. Wait, hold on.
If that's going to work, it looks like something's missing.
Alright. Where's my fax? Kate, we have a fax. Just... Oh, wait, hold on. Here we go. Fax number 1, fax number 2. Oh my goodness, I think I may have figured it out. Oh, that's somehow creepier than... I thought the thing was just, like, an auto... We did it, though! Yay!
Hello, sir.
Miss Walker, I presume. Have you had a good journey?
Everything went very smoothly. Thank you.
Do take a seat, Miss Walker, please.
I imagine you are aware of the business that brings me here.
Of course, I was waiting for you. Miss Walker, I am afraid that the sale of the Vorarlberg factory is not as straightforward as it first seemed.
Whoa there. Everything was agreed. We'd obtained Anna Vorarlberg's consent, and her death does absolutely nothing to invalidate that. Now, I have to be back in New York the day after tomorrow, Metro Alphoter. My client and I are impatient to seal this deal.
I understand only too well, Miss Walker. There is an heir, Miss Walker.
Excuse me? An heir? But Madame Vorarlberg never married, as far as I know. And in my last conversation with her, she absolutely never mentioned this detail.
Miss Walker, believe me, I was more surprised than you are. Anna Vorarlberg sent me a letter 2 days before she died. Understand, Miss Walker, that had I known about this earlier, I would have informed you. I shall read you the document in my possession. I am so very old. It seems that today life is slipping away from me more quickly than I imagined, and I fear that I will not be of this world to sign the takeover contract for my dear factory. So, I must make this confession to you now. My brother Hans is still alive. It would not surprise me if you find this difficult to believe, but it is indeed the truth. You must remember his death, his funeral, too, even though you were very young at the time. It was but a sordid charade dreamt up by our father. To him, the very idea that his only son should wish to leave Baladilen and abandon the family business was unbearable. When Hans left, he preferred to think him dead and make everybody else believe this too. He obliged me to bear this terrible secret as well. I repeat that Hans is still alive, so when I die, it is he who becomes the sole and rightful heir of our factory.
Okay, I see. If Hans Vorarlberg is not dead after all, then I just have to sign the contracts with him. I suppose you've already contacted him? Where can I reach him?
The second half of the letter informs us that Hans Vorarlberg is somewhere in Syberia. I will leave the document in your hands to read at your leisure.
Well, hold up. If Hans didn't want anything to do with the family business, why is this suddenly my problem? I mean, I guess legalities, huh?
Anna Vorarlberg had no further information to
So
add?
the music trying
I
to
will
wash
fix it
everything
clean
else
up,
out.
Miss Walker. I have told you as much as I know. The situation in legal terms is now clear. If you want to conclude this sale, you have to find Hans Vorarlberg. Apparently, there is a body lying in the town cemetery. There also seems to be some ghost wandering around Syberia. It seems you have your work cut out for you. Believe me, Miss Walker, when I say that I am most sorry for this regrettable setback. Most sorry.
Great. What now, then?
Perhaps you will find out more in the Vorarlberg factory archives.
I
You
think
will
if I
find
press
the key
escape.
in the waiting room. My role in this affair finishes here with the reading of this letter. And now, if you'll excuse me, I must rest. You see, my health is not excellent at the moment, and my doctor forbids me from working for too long. I will not detain you for any longer, Miss Walker. Do not forget to close the door as you go out.
Goodbye, sir.
I think the music just wanted to be dramatic for that scene, and it kinda ended up taking over the scene instead, but I can check and see. Can try turning it down a little. Nope, don't press the wrong button. You know what? I should save this game. Suppose I'll have to call my employer again. Close the door on your way out, Kate. Didn't you hear him? She's like, I'll go back in. Okay, well. Kate's, thought processes and, manners are a little bit questionable, but... Earlier I was thinking, man, it would be nice if she was a little bit more assertive. And then she was like, excuse me, sir, I really want to seal this deal here. I was like, oh, there it is. Only for
Hello?
business.
Kate?
Dan, I'm so pleased to hear your voice.
How are you, honey? Did you have a good journey? Have you settled in?
It was long, tiring, damp especially, but I'm okay. Especially when you...
Everything going as planned?
Yeah, I mean, well, not really. It's not exactly what I thought it would be. You know, everything's so different here.
Must be the
Actually, while
boyfriend.
we're on the subject, I managed to free myself up tomorrow lunchtime. I'll come and meet you at the airport. I hope the flight from Paris won't be delayed. We're expected at the Goldbergs about 8 o'clock. I hope you have the time to take a shower and change, my poor honey bun.
Dan, I don't think the Goldbergs tomorrow night is really on.
Don't worry, Kate. You'll be as perfect as ever. Anyway, you never have to wear much to look really great.
Dan, I'm going to have to extend my stay here. There's one or two complications. You understand?
Kate, honey, what are you talking about? It's only a measly toy factory.
The sale isn't going through as expected. I've got to stay a bit longer. Dan, you don't mind, do you?
But Katie, you can't do this to me. I mean, it's the Goldberg contract. There's millions of dollars on the line here.
I know, I'm sorry. You go ahead. Don't worry about me. I'll get back as soon as I can, I promise. Okay, I've got to go. I'll call you back soon. Love you, honey.
She's that character at the start of every Hallmark movie who's too deep into the business world. Just needs a little bit of Christmas. And she's got that boyfriend who's also just too deep in the business world. Let me see if I can turn down these birds. Oh, now I can't hear any of the sound effects. These are our two options. Overwhelming birds or hardly anything at all. See, it bounces from one position to the other. I have to use the clicks. Yeah, Drew Gooden's summary of every Hallmark Xmas movie. She's a lady of business, with a business fiance. But now she needs to go back home to a small town and meets a local man and learns to love Christmas. Sometimes ends up in a parallel universe where it's Christmas all the time. Don't worry about it. Let's see. What do we do now? Oh, I need to call Marson.
You have reached Martin and Lormont Associates. We're sorry, but all our
Okay,
lines are
apparently I
busy.
don't need to
Please
call
call back
Marson.
later.
Apparently I don't even need to leave a message. Call Mom, tell her I'm not coming home either. Who's Olivia? Childhood best friend turned office assistant? Terrible turn of events. Right?
I'm back again.
Oh,
Miss
maybe I
Walker?
just gotta go up to the church house. Maybe the funeral's over now.
I'm going to have to extend my hotel reservation.
Stay as long as you need to. Really, it's no trouble. We're delighted to have a little bit of life at the inn. How many extra days will you be staying?
I really can't say. I'm just not used to this sort of situation. It's so unexpected. First the alive person dies, next the dead person comes alive.
It is indeed a very unusual situation. We have a cousin who has an inn in Bremen. He has problems with ghosts. Imagine, the ghost refuses to leave his room. The only way to move him was to give him a bed in the attic.
It seems that the ghost I'm looking for hangs out in Syberia.
Well, that is very unusual. Please, do stay in the room as long as you wish.
If only I had a wish.
Momo's the only person who knows anything about
Who was the
hounds.
boy who was drawing here earlier? Is he your son?
Ah, it's the same stuff
Heaven
they were saying
forbid,
earlier.
no, not.
What is his connection with...
Momo is what you'd call
You're in...
heaven. As
You don't need to go through all that. We already did it. Run. I think for me it's that she's dressed a little bit like Laura Croft, but all she's got is a jog and the inability to carry her suitcase up a flight of stairs.
Hello.
Kate, so what's new?
We've got a problem, Mr. Marson.
What problem? Come on, Kate, don't beat around the bush.
There's maybe an heir.
What?
Hans, Anna Vorarlberg's brother. Looks like he's still alive. We can't buy the factory without his consent.
What? What is this? Where's this mystery brother come from? And more to the point, where is he? What did the notary say?
Nothing. I mean, nothing else. You know, sir,
In
it's
Syberia,
an
the notary
odd
said
town
that.
here. Everything's odd. The people, things. The situation's not straightforward. I have a small bit of research to do.
Listen to me, Kate. Universal Toys is one of our biggest clients, and I don't care how weird that town is. All that matters is that you do not set foot back in New York before you've tied up the deal. Get the picture.
Yes, Mr. Marson. You can count on me.
But I feel
Darn
like
it.
Mr. Marson just threatened to put a hit out on her if she returned to New York without the deal signed.
No point.
It's locked.
It's locked.
I do like that she tries the handles twice. One time I went to a library that was attached to the public library was like attached to the local high school. And when I called ahead to see like how do you get into the library, they're like, "Oh, it's like a extra door on the outside, but it's locked all the time. So you're going to need to press the little beeper button so that they'll know to let you in." And so I was like, "Okay, cool." And I stood outside of that door just kind of staring at it and thinking about it and waiting for it to open up. And then somebody else came by me and just pushed it open. It's like, oh, never mind. I can never come back to this library again.
Doesn't look like that works.
Looks like I need some things. Oh, hey, this one's not locked. Yeah, so that's the reminder. Always check the handle. Why was our next stop the church, anyway?
This thing's jammed.
If I know anything about point-and-click puzzles, we'll need some oil. Or something.
No point. It's locked.
I thought that one was gonna let me click on the book on the table. Well, you know, Anna Varlberg was the type to get her affairs in order, even if it was very last minute. Maybe I should go out to the graveside and see if she left any secret encoded messages on her tomb. Or if Momo waited until after the service to hang out over here. Momo could tell me things. Okay, this is just a place where I can stare at this.
I can't go that way.
But you didn't even try the handle. Hey, we just talked about this. Anything we can press while we're here? That should be the Varlberg crypt, right? Because it's got a giant automaton and they own the automaton factory. That would make sense. I don't own any oil. Hmm.
No point. It's locked.
Trying to remember what else we tried that she said no point, it's locked. Wasn't there another spot on the map that might be unlocked, or was it just... I think it was just the church gate. Wait a second. Momo had gears. When he stopped his drawing, he threw gears on the floor, but I feel like they disappeared. I will go check. Yes. Me the secrets. One problem. I feel like there was 3 gear pegs. But maybe I can make 2 work. Probably not. Oh wait, can I look at his drawing? Did he leave it here? Oh hey! He's even got a whole diagram thing going on. Big gear, littlest gear, small, medium, medium. Maybe I should, I'll just take a picture of it with my phone. I'm an advanced study. Walk, walk, fashion baby. Work it, move those hips crazy. More passion, more energy, more footwork. Oh, it could. I'd be running up that hill. Get him to solve our problems. All right. Here we go. We have... I didn't need to take a picture. There's no options. There's only, it will go where it goes. You don't even get the chance to mess it up. Yoink. Thinking about how the sound of the elevator arriving implies that it came up from below, and then it lifted up, and there was definitely no below. Alright, what do we have here? We have some eggs. We needed breakfast omelet.
If that's going to work, it looks like something's missing.
Well, yeah, I'd agree with that assumption. I could try putting a piece of paper in there. How do you feel about the Daily Gazette? No? Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna work, but worth a shot. I made it all the way up in here. There's gotta be something for me to, that I'm supposed to do to continue the story. Probably have to talk to somebody, but it didn't add a dialogue tree, did it? Automaton. I guess I could talk to somebody about automatons again. Did I see a magnifying glass pop up? Just motion blur, I guess. Maybe this thing back here won't be jammed now that I've put those gears into place. I doubt it, but we'll try it.
This thing's jammed.
Yeah.
I can't open it.
It looks like there's
I need a key.
a key, man. Yes. Bottom drawer also locked. It's a very fancy mechanism. That's what this town thrives on. Fancy mechanisms.
No point. It's locked.
I'm gonna have to take a snack break soon. Blame those eggs. Push me over the edge. Remind me that food exists. Now I was thinking about it before then. Caw. Multitask over here. How to skip running in Syberia game. Running in the 90s. You cannot skip the animation of Kate running across the screen. Well, we tried. Sure, I'd like to talk to you about if you have a
I'm back
key
again.
for a mysterious
Walker?
automaton at the top of the church tower.
I just love all these little
No,
mechanical robots.
same conversation
I've
we had.
noticed there.
Be careful what you say.
I'm gonna go look around Valadilen. See you later.
As you like, miss.
Okay. No, you're not supposed to say that. The people in this town will chase you down with pitchforks. Talk like that. Goodness. Let's see. Guess I could try talking about
I'm back
Hans
again.
again.
Miss Walker?
I have been led to believe that Hans Wahlberg is still alive. What do you think of that?
Nonsense. The young Vorarlberg died in an accident at the age of 18. The whole village was shocked. I can still remember my mother telling me the horrible details. Go take a look in the cemetery if you don't believe me.
I've introduced myself. I've talked about mission. Maybe I should do it again.
I'm
Nope.
going to have to.
Already did that.
Well, that is...
If I'm gonna go look around Valadilen. See you later.
As you like, miss.
Hmm. Maybe we could just curl up in the fireplace and take a nap. Practicing holding back less on my random thoughts for entertainment value. See how it took me like changing the whole scene to be like, yeah, I can go ahead and say that. No, I don't. Do we think the notary has a key for it? I don't think the notary is supposed to come back into play. Because he said he doesn't feel well and that he's like, good day.
We're closed. Try tomorrow.
Wait, that's not his house either. I actually know which one his house is now. Still ready to click on random buildings.
Oh no, I forgot the notary will be resting.
I mean, I didn't forget, but I thought I'd check. Oh no, the void comes back for us all. Did I already do running, run in, and running, run in? You got a fast car. I got a way to get us out of here.
Hello again.
If you have 5 minutes to sit and talk,
I am.
I've come to the conclusion that I must be missing something up on this hill. There's nothing hiding among the bricks, yes? Nothing? Thought one of these lights turned on for a second there. That's weird. Maybe now that I talked to the innkeeper about Hans, something about walking around the graveyard will trigger a new something or other.
I can't go that way.
But like you could try. Why is there like a stone goblet here? Oh, I think that's a grave behind this one. Touch the foot? Oh, I can walk down here. But, like, for why? Nothing's lighting up. Girl needs a workout playlist. This still doesn't open, right? Did we check that since we did the gears? It's locked.
No point. It's locked.
Called it. World's saddest called it. Only one thing to do. Go back up into the sky, the Willy Wonka elevator. These are called elevators. There's also no door on this side of the wall until I get up here, so I guess it could go into the earth. Look at how many cobwebs there are. Nobody's been up here in ages. You just do some random clicking, maybe that'll help. There's a bird here now, and it's gone.
If that's going to work, it looks like something's missing.
Thin Bible. Really don't see any reason for any of these papers to work. But it's papers. It's paper shape. By that I mean it's a rectangle. Rectangles. Have I seen any rectangles that aren't books? Have you seen any rectangles that aren't books? I was afraid you might say something like that. I have an idea. I could run to my kitchen and get some snack. And you could look up the hint for what we're supposed to do. And then you could give me an even more cryptic hint when I get back. It's a brilliant idea. I tell you. See, there's a book there. Just snatch that one up, Kate. Just grab it. She's not gonna do it. Grab one of these picture frames. I'm sure you could stick almost anything in that automaton. It'll set it working, right? Wait, am I actually supposed to... Wait. Okay. Well, that's why you should always wander around and poke people's religious artifacts, I guess. What kind of lessons are we teaching the people? Oh, that's probably what it is. Probably what we're supposed to do. I gotta close each drawer. Only get to open one at a time. Oh no, there's a second card. Grab a box of matches. You never know when they'll come in handy. It's not stealing if everything remains on the church's property.
God, this thing's jammed.
Woohoo! It's a delayed reaction to we found a key. Now we just have to figure out which one of these punch cards? I think they're called. We'll do the correct order of events to activate whatever the next thing is. Hello, random noise behind me in my room that's completely empty? What was that? Apparently nothing. Purple punch card, blue punch card, red punch card, green punch card. Well, cast your votes now. What color? Here, I'll roll a 4-sided die for my vote. Just gotta open up my little die container here. Pull out the Pyramid of Doom. You going with red? And the dice also... No, the dice goes with blue, but we'll go with red first. Silent Night? Do, 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 do. Okay. Here comes the bride. Or God Save the Queen, depending on... I think. I don't know. Really ominous weather affecting other instrument inducing. You may be right. Now we're gonna need
I no longer
whatever
need
that
those
is.
punch cards.
Does that mean that you just threw them on the floor? Kate! I guess it's not stealing if it doesn't leave church property. Okay, well. Also, the chest we found the punch cards in there as well. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I would have forgotten about that again. We'll run back and see if it's not jammed anymore. It's a good idea. Fun tidbit, with that one that worked was purple, right? It was red and blue. We both got it right, and by working together. It's all about perspective.
This thing's jammed.
No, it's still jammed. Put green in and Freebird starts playing.
No point. It's locked.
You don't put green in before purple, the whole game breaks. Sorry. Return to your last save point. Cha-cha real smooth. I don't know why. That one's not really a running song.
I need a key. I can't go that way.
Oh. Maybe we have to unjam the thing. Get creative. Maybe there's something I can do in this section of the cemetery now. Absolutely not. That was a pipe dream.
No point. It's locked.
I can make her run all the way to the transition scene, but not through the transition. Okay, if I was a secret way to unjam this thing, maybe I would be that white thing behind this, or is that just the drawer underneath it? It looks like this one has a false back, right? Aha! We're geniuses. To my successor, the Valadine parish priest. The sanctity of confession is a sacred vow, so these revelations are the result of much soul-searching and reflection. Otherwise known as somebody came to me and told me a secret I wasn't ever supposed to tell anybody else, but here I am. One day in March 1938, Rudolf Vorarlberg knocked at my door. I was a young priest then and was overawed by the dominant personality of the town's most important figure. I remember it was raining that day, and beneath his dripping hair, Monsieur Vorarlberg's face was the very expression of eternal pain itself. Through gritted teeth, his eyes swimming with grief, he announced that his son Hans had just died. He wanted me to come immediately to bless the body. I entered the dark drawing room at the family home. Hans' coffin was set in the middle, sealed shut. Monsieur Vorarlberg explained to me that he wanted no one to see the body of his son. Hans' badly mangled corpse had been discovered at the bottom of a precipice. It was presumed that he had slipped and fallen badly. Despite his 18 years of age, the young Vorarlberg did not have all his faculties. Oh, there's the next button. I believed him. I led the funeral and officiated the mass and burial. We buried Hans Vorarlberg with all of the dignity and solemnity, and solemnness benefited such a tragedy. Befitting. Right. Different words have different meanings. Life indeed hangs by a thread, and I would have surely forgotten this episode. Only several years later, after her father's death, Anna Vorarlberg had an accident at the factory and nearly died. Such a close call with death seemed to awake her in her a need to confess. What I heard that day would haunt my dreams thereafter. She told me that the body of her younger brother, Hans, was not at rest in the family tomb, for the simple reason that he was still alive. I had blessed and sanctified an empty coffin. I had assisted and sanctioned a masquerade staged by Rudolf Vorarlberg himself to exercise the blind hatred he felt for his son. His son had left and he felt betrayed. A man who preferred to believe and make others believe his son was dead, rather than accept this truth, had shamefully deceived me. What kind of priest was I? And what kind of priest would I become? Our merciful, the kind who writes down confession things, and I guess maybe it was, no, it was Anna's confession. Yep, the kind who writes down people's confessions and hides it in a drawer. Our merciful Father alone will be my judge. It is my duty to inform you that one of your flock is still unaccounted for. I leave this terrible secret in your hands to do with what you will. Oh, and leaves it for other priests specifically to find, so that they can bring back a member of the flock? Whatever, I'm gonna use this information to sell a toy factory. Buy a toy factory. That's it's a little messed up, isn't it? I'm gonna put it that way. You got this, Kate. Put some pep in your step. it say about me that this is my favorite location in the game so far? It's nice down here. It's quiet. Anna Varlberg, Hans Varlberg. Just a little bit of casual, not really grave desecration, but you know. Whatever this is. A cylinder. Mountain fall kills local figure. The Varlberg family was struck by tragedy yesterday. Rudolf Varlberg discovered the lifeless body of his son Hans at the bottom of a precipice. Loose rocks and poor visibility occasioned by the morning mist were probably the cause of the young man's fall. This is the theory put forward by the family, as there were no witnesses. Hans had just turned 18 years of age. 8 years ago, he suffered a similar serious accident from which he never fully recovered the full use of his mental faculties. Despite living amongst almost as a recluse, wow, I can read. Speaking of mental faculties, I got them, don't worry. He was still a well-known figure, as the future of Varlberg manufacturing lay in his hands. We at the Valvadine Gazette wish to extend our deepest sympathy to his family and express our sincere condolences to Rudolf Varlberg and his daughter Anna, who today becomes the sole inheritor of the automaton factory. Okay. Why are we keeping that? Where are we going to take this cylinder? Not even going to push it back into the wall? Just leave it like that? You know, if there's people in town who haven't heard that he's alive, it's going to look like you put Anna in there and then he started rising from the dead, you know. Vampire style. Gotta be careful about these kinds of things, Kate. Velveteen voice cylinder. A voice cylinder. There's still the gate with the automatons on it. I guess I'll go there next. I don't think this is... I bet that old man liked to know that Hans Varlberg is alive. Just as a fun tidbit. He needs something to gossip about at the local town meetings. Seems like, no, that doesn't go here. Put that down. Do I have a new, Nope. Don't have a way to talk to anybody about the voice cylinder. So, lacking that as an option. Just go into that courtyard there. You don't see an announcer-looking automaton, do you? Yeah, me neither. The other room's just here to, like, test if you remember to see if you're in room 6.
I don't need that for the time being.
Just a hop, skip, and a jump.
I'm back again.
Miss Walker?
So I opened Hans's casket.
I have been led to believe that Hans Wahlberg is...
None.
I'm...
As you like.
Never updates. Okay. Don't trust them to update. They'll never change their conversation. If I've heard from you once, I've heard from you 1,000 times. No, sir, I have new information. No, I don't believe you. New information doesn't exist, and it can't be found. Okay, sir, bye-bye. Maybe the notary has a phonograph for this voice cylinder. Probably not. Probably gonna say, oh no, I forgot he was resting.
Oh no, I forgot the notary will be resting.
What if I just look around his office, you know? My office now. After all, I'm the one of us who's awake. Let me just, where's my notary stuff? Just to prove my own notaries, you know? No? Kate's not the kind to do that. Also, I don't think she has the actual document she needs notarized.
No need to go down there.
But, like, adventure calls. Isn't that neat enough? Slowly but surely, the sounds of birds and walking will lure you to sleep. The Trap of Syberia. Gotta be something I'm missing. What am I looking for? Excuse me, Sir Polite Hat Automaton. If I were to chuck this at your face, would you speak? No? Watch out for bridge trolls. Mountain trolls. Regular trolls. It would be kind of creepy if this one was the one they decided to put a voice box in. He just leans down and starts going, "Here's my dark secret about how I fake murdered my son. I'm going to tell you about it in this cemetery where I fake buried him. Well, not fake murdered, but you know." I think you should be looking for around at stuff in the factory. I can't get into the factory yet, though. Because that's the gate with the two little automatons, right? That look like there should be like a third guy on the first one's shoulders with the third guy on. I don't think those words were coming out right. Hold on, I'll head back up there. It just takes a while. Walking Sim 2010. Or whenever this game came out. (2008) Oh, older than that then.
If that's going to work, it looks like something's missing.
This should be the gate to the factory, right? I feel like I should throw out a sorry for your loss, but I always feel like a little weird receiving one myself. But sorry for your loss.
If that's going to work, it looks like something's missing.
Did I find the key in the notaries? No. I found the stamp machine in the notary. I don't suppose I can have this, I only found looking at, this corner of the desk. Oh! He's got a little, his hat opens. It said coat rack. Try the coat rack. Okay. We have here an umbrella. Oh, just a pokey thing. Okay. I think I probably would have taken 18 years to find that. What's he gonna do? Stab the other guy in the head? Well... Yeah. I feel like I'm doing better than my first playthrough. Of course, I was a lot younger then. Kind of expected Blackmore Manor to be easier the second time around, but I feel like it kicked my butt mostly. Oh, a ladder that moves around. And no open windows.
I need a key.
Ah, you should have taken the one back out of the graveyard. Oh, look, a hedge maze. Oh man, a person.
Good
How long
morning.
have you been stuck in here?
You've got a magnificent garden here.
Just hate it when someone interrupts your work.
Oh, please don't talk about it. Since my gardener automaton broke down, there are weeds everywhere. You can't imagine how much work it takes me. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. We're not used to doing without our robot help here in Veladiland. But
Nice
everybody
puppet
says
robot.
that we're going to have to get used to it.
Yeah, it looks like you're yoinking out the grass. So you know. Probably gonna click on that statue area 40 more times just to make sure there's nothing else. Does this have two paths? One in the back and one... Okay. Oh yes, the classic garden statue in the hedge maze. Hey, a key. It's like finding a chest behind a waterfall, finding something in a garden statue in a hedge maze.
No point. It's locked.
Already making progress again. Oh yeah.
The
Also
door's
locked.
locked, but I've still got to get in there.
Every video game where there's something behind the waterfall. Oh wow, how original. Every game where there's nothing behind the waterfall. How dare you! Feel so betrayed. Yep, that's how it goes. The trick is having a ton of waterfalls, so you can have some that have something and some that don't. No, it looks like all those windows are still shut, but... Oh, never mind, it's open. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. I thought she was gonna look in that box. Hey, a writing desk. Anna. Oh no. You know what time it is. Time for a lot of reading. Let me just fuel up on water here real quick. I bet she does. May 14th, 1930. Yesterday, something terrible happened. I do not know who to turn to, who to talk to, so I have decided to write it down. You, dear diary, are now my confidant and sole guardian of my secret thoughts. Hans lies in the next room, teetering between life and death, and I am terrified. Oh, the injustice of life! First Mama, then Hans. Please, dear Lord, don't take my little brother away as well. Picture of Hans. May 15th, 1930. Hans made me promise to keep this a secret, so it's the next day. This secret, but its burden is too heavy. I know I can tell you, though, dear diary. We discovered a cave in the mountains, a marvelous cavern with ancient paintings on the walls. Only prehistoric man could have painted them because there were depictions of mammoths, which are prehistoric creatures as well. That much I know. I hate mammoths now. It's all because of them and because of that stupid prehistoric children's toy. Why, Hans? Oh, why did you try and take it? And why did I let you climb up there? It's my fault you are in the coma now. Hans, if you die, I do not know how I could ever forgive myself. The next day after that, Hans is still not regained consciousness, father cannot sleep, and Gertrude cries all day long. Outside, the heat is suffocating, but inside the house is icy cold and dismal. I still have hope, though I know my brother. I know his strength. He will pull through. He never gives in. Next day. I cannot think of anything else but Hans. In all my waking and sleeping dreams, I see his fall over and over. I see his head hitting the rock and his oh-so-pale face softening. I have taken refuge in the attic. It is the only place where I find any peace, wrapped up in all my memories. Next day. 5 days have passed since the accident, and Hans has still not opened his eyes. To see him like this is unbearable. Please God protect him. Take my life, not his. Next day. I feel so desperate, so alone. I want to snuggle up in father's arms, but I dare not. He is just so impassive. Oh, Hans, don't leave me here. And then, it has happened. Hans has come back to life. He opened his eyes and uttered my name. My name! Do you realize? This is the happiest day of my life. I want to take to the streets and sing, to proclaim my joy to the world. Thank you, God. May 22nd. How wonderful, how beautiful life is. Gertrude and I cannot stop breaking into uncontrollable fits of giggles. Hans even wolfed down his meal today. I knew he was tough, my little brother. Even father smiled at me today when he said good morning. I don't know whether I am coming or going. I am totally absorbed in Hans' recovery. I have scarcely 5 minutes to myself to return to my refuge and scribble down these words. It is very curious whether Hans is hungry, thirsty, or if he wants something. He cannot stop saying my name. He cannot hear it when I leave him. He can't bear it when I leave him for even an instant. Gertrude thinks that I should move my bed into his room to help him sleep better. I hope that father will agree. Today was the first day that Hans has left the house. We went for a short walk in the garden, but Hans is still very weak. The doctor said we should be patient and shouldn't rush him. It is so hard, though, and I hope so much that life can return to how it once was. Do I actually need to be reading all this? Hans has been out. Let's see what Hans has been out of his coma for a month now. He still doesn't say much and has difficulty moving. He sits motionless for long periods of time, his eyes wide open, as though lost in thought. I have often had to call his name several times before he reacts. Then he will smile, and when he does, the moment is magic for me, and I couldn't possibly be happier. I had to talk to him. Sorry. What happened to my voice there? I had to talk to him. The burden was too great. I asked Hans about the accident in the cave to find out what he could remember. He could utter only one word, mammoth. And then his eyes glowed so strangely when he said it that he frightened me. I go back to school today, and for the first time in my life, I am dreading it. I am afraid of leaving Hans alone, despite Gertrude's kindness and attention. I have the impression that Hans is much less nervous when I'm there. While I was doing my homework yesterday evening, Hans crept up on me so quietly that he made me jump. He took a pencil and a blank sheet of paper, and curiously, he started drawing. It is the first time since his accident that he has done anything but daydream. Hans scribbles almost obsessively. It's all he will do, all day long. I feel it annoys father. Nobody else understands, but I can see that Hans is trying to draw mammoths. Today is my birthday, and Gertrude has made me an apple pie. My favorite! But father has not returned home for lunch, and Hans doesn't want to leave his room. The best present I could ever have is to see Hans back on the way to recovery. Snow is falling. It is so beautiful. The doctor visited to examine Hans. It's been months. He seems happy that my little brother has fully recovered his faculties. It truly is a miracle. I don't understand why he doesn't talk more, though. Why isn't he livelier like he was before? It is Hans' birthday. Today he is 11 years old. I have the strangest of impressions that actually he has lost 5 years rather than gained one more. The doctor has just left. I saw him whispering with Father. Their serious expressions worried me awfully. What could they be hiding from me? I am grown up now. At the age of 15, you can understand everything. I am too scared to ask Father what is happening. Well, quote that one video about the... No, now's not the time. I have been thinking, and it seems to me that Hans' attitude isn't normal. The shock of the fall and his coma must have had a much more serious effects than we first imagined. Hans, my dear brother, what is happening to you? I have discovered the truth. Hans is stunted, physically and mentally. I eavesdropped the conversation between the doctor, Father, and Gertrude. Gertrude buried her tear-filled eyes in her apron, and Father muttered the word retard under his breath. How could he say such a thing? It is Easter, and we are on school holidays. This means I can spend all day with Hans and protect him from Father's permanent dark moods. He cannot accept the fact that Hans, his only son, will stay in this state forever. It is truly difficult to accept, but it is not Hans' fault. Mine, maybe, but not Hans. I don't know how to make Father understand. He seems full of hatred for him. It is dreadful. I feel so powerless. How much more you got in here, Anna? I know I've imagined she was like a 90-year-old woman when she died. I'm just reading through her diary. 1 year. 1 year has gone by, and it feels like an eternity. The situation shows no signs of improvement, neither in terms of Hans' mental health or Father's attitude towards him. Extraordinary! Father has decided to take Hans to Paris for new tests. He says that only in the French capital will he find truly competent doctors. We must make Hans ready for the great expedition. No news from Father and Hans, but I remain hopeful. I am sure they will take good care of my little brother. They have returned! Hans rushed into my arms and started crying. It took me a long time to calm him down and to get him to sleep. Father is still as taciturn as he was before he left. The French doctors have confirmed the diagnosis. Hans will remain physically and mentally impaired. I am stunned. The summer is coming to a close. It has been less stifling than the last. The sun has put color in Hans's cheeks. When I look at him, I have difficulty imagining that he will not change. Father still says nothing and increasingly shuts himself away in his office in the factory. Gertrude tells me that love and faith triumph over any science. I lack neither. God be praised. Father took Hans to the factory this morning. Hans was so afraid that I accompanied them. Fortunately, Father said nothing. I failed to understand why he insisted on bringing him there. Father left for the factory with Hans once again this morning. I think he wants to persuade Hans that he could be useful for something. It is his way of resisting fate. For a month now, every morning, Hans has gone to work with Father at the factory. I'm not exactly sure what he does there, but he seems to enjoy it. I feel my brother's behavior has changed considerably. He is much less capricious. I could cry. Hans has made me a present, a small robot mammoth with a trunk that rises and falls. When Father saw it, he nodded his head in satisfaction. Both Gertrude and Father now have their own robot mammoths. Theirs are even more intricate and finely tuned. Little brother is not such a retard after all. Hans' mammoths now walk, raise their trunks, and wag their tails. It's incredible. I met the head of the factory workshop, Mr. Gripes. Mr. Gripes? I'm assuming that's correct. This morning he says that for the young lad of 12, Hans is very gifted. It is a shame he only makes elephants. So they're mammoths. Father and Hans were locked in a long discussion yesterday. I was too busy trying to see if I could pick up this flower from the book. Shouldn't multitask. Long discussion yesterday, or should I say Hans was locked in one of the father's long monologues. As it is inconceivable that Hans should go to school like other children, Father wants to take him on as a worker at the factory. However, Hans will have to stop making his own little devices. Hans' silence, his half-gaping mouth and staring eyes finally sent Father off into a rage. All he wants to do is make his little devices. I tried to broach the subject with Hans. As I suggested he should obey Father. Learning a craft at the factory is his one chance to do something constructive with his life. He is so gifted and takes so much pleasure in making automations. He did look like he wasn't listening to me, but I know he'll think about what I said. It's not that Hans can't speak, it's rather that he doesn't want to speak. He uses the least possible words for communication, except with me, but he is still very economical with words. Incredible, Hans was not just satisfied with learning how the assembly line works, instead he has completely redesigned it. Father and Monsieur Gripes are taking a serious look at his plans. Father has wanted... I'm starting to worry about this capitalism lady finding Hans. Father has wanted to talk to me about my future since I passed my exams. He wants to send me to university because he says my intelligence is astounding. My heart was beating so loud. It is true I do love studying, but I couldn't bear to be away from Hans. Goodness. Oh my. That's a lot. That's a lot left. I want to build a snowman at this point. I'll do it without gloves on. It'll be fine. What a ghastly summer. I have been permanently torn between my desire to go to university and my refusal to leave my brother. I talked about it with Hans and he said nothing. The same evening I found my own little mammoth broken. Oh no! A rift. Hans had another fit of hysterics at dinner again. Father announced that Hans' new assembly line would soon be finished. However, they have removed the automation parrots that shout orders, as they were deemed superfluous. Hans was livid. He hurled his soup dish to the ground and stormed off to his bedroom. What will happen between the both of them when I'm not here? Well, despite my scruples, I'm finally leaving. Hans has not talked to me for a week. Father would not understand if I told him why I wanted to stay. My heart is so heavy. It is so strange to be home. I had never left home for such a long time before. Once we were alone, Hans did not stop talking. Words just leaped from his mouth. We laughed at his excitement. He presented me with a delightful little ballerina. To replace the mammoth, he told me. I was so touched I started crying. Distance has done nothing to harm the strong bond between us. It is strange to pick up this diary once more. How many years has it been? 4 years? At first my impulse was to tear it up, but I resisted, and instead succumbed to my second desire, which is to write for a while. I am alone in my attic once more. I have been home for 2 months now, and after a summer spent living with the intense joy of being reunited with my brother, Hans has returned to the factory. Father has aged so, and Gertrude's arthritis causes her terrible pain. All in all, these last 4 years have been kind to Father and Hans. Their relationship is less tense. They still do not exchange much conversation, but they have a thing in common. The factory. I'm even beginning to feel a bit jealous. Silly, really. Hans hasn't changed. To help Gertrude, he has designed a totally automated kitchen, and Gertrude can't stop moaning at the wooden puppets. Oh, how I adore them. Right, looking down here. I went to go and see Father and Hans at work. I hadn't been to the factory in ages, and it's strange how much it has changed. I was very curious to see them set about their tasks. I think I'm getting reading fatigue. If I get through this whole book and there's not a single clue in here, by the end of the game, and I find another book like this in the next game, I'm not reading it. I'm skimming it lightly. I bet you it's not important. I bet you I can come back and read this if I need it later. It's probably just like, if anything, if this was Nancy Drew, these plants would be a clue. Father goes over more cold and calculating. This is about Hans's fake murder. Fake death. It's almost like murder, right? Because you're telling people that somebody died and they didn't. No, that's not quite right. Okay, I've stopped reading the book. Everybody can come back. Unless by popular demand you want to hear the book read to you, I'm not doing it. 37 years later. And that is the story of how my father was kind of a terrible person and my brother was terribly injured. What am I supposed to do over here? Anything else? Okay, let's get out of here. Let's just go. Wait, I wasn't. No! No, I can't! Can't even read it the first time. That book, it's not even real. It can't hurt me.
The door's locked, but I've still got to get in there.
Am I supposed to be able to climb down, find a pair of stairs from that attic? I got plenty more to explore before I, break down.
The door's locked, but I've still got to get in there.
I think she actually put it in her inventory, so I didn't even need to worry about it. Got an open book quiz. So this is the train station. Why did this train station come back to me so strongly? I think I spent a lot of time in here wondering what I was supposed to do. Hop aboard. Drive this baby to Syberia. Oh goody. An escape room as feel of an
These
escape room
shelves
vibe.
look as if they're made for valuable objects. These shelves look as if they're made for valuable objects.
Okay, never mind. I feel like I'd be a pretty good have a good experience riding a train. Yeah. Like just take one cross country, right? Like 10 days, I think, is how long it takes. Or how long it used to take. I could be completely wrong. Hello, little old man. They should get you a longer broom handle so you don't have to crouch down so bad. You're doing this southwest. Chicago to LA and San. Could be good. She does not feel like talking to this janitor. Yeah. That I feel like that's the way to do it. Maybe I remember the train station because this guy's whistling in here. And I irrationally want to fight him, as it were. Let's see. Whoa. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and get out of the train station before I lose my mind. Guy's not even really got like much tune or melody going on. He's just going. Austin, Santa Fe, somewhere in Rexus. Ah, Rexus. That wide open state. From Chicago to San Francisco, that goes through the Rockies, like through Colorado and Utah, but then I'd need to get travel back to LA. You don't think there'd be like a round trip ticket?
No need to go down there.
Oh. Ah, the void's back. Let me just, hello? We appear to be stuck. Not severely though, just minorly. Oh no. Oh. I think this was the exit, the actual real exit for what screen we were on. Yeah, we got this. Worry not about being trapped in alternate dimensions for a time. Fly to Chicago, take to San Francisco, and then arrange a train or bus back south. Really, no round trip tickets, huh? We need just better train infrastructure anyways. Petition for why do I have a shadow now? Okay. I kinda thought she was gonna get murked there for a second. I was like, we've made a mistake. Oh, yeah. I thought trains were supposed to, I mean, I guess maybe if it's the sleeper compartment with the private bathroom. Yeah, there's a lot of other things you could do with 3K. I get it. I hadn't looked into it so much, but it's more expensive than I thought it would be. Ooh, El Factorel. Just mirrors this one in the middle designed to look kind of like a bird beak or a giant rat skull. Alligator, that's a good... Fair enough. Okay, she's not gonna go that way. It's just too narrow for an alligator. But you know there's like those Cayman gators, I think they're called. So the rules don't really exist the way that I'm thinking of them. Little spooky empty factory. It really feels like I ought to be able to click on something in here. Dear Hans, I know how much... Valvadine, March 2002. I know how much you dislike the written word, but I do not have the time to forge you a voice cylinder. I imagine that someone in your entourage will be kind enough to read this few lines to you. I received your latest set of plans. Your project is extraordinary, your all-time masterpiece, perhaps. Time seems to have had no effect on your genius. Quite the contrary. I am proud of you, my dear little brother. Sometimes I find it hard to believe that a century has gone by since the last time I saw you. It only seems like yesterday that you were rushed away from I still don't know how to pronounce this town's name. We undertook production immediately, following your instructions to the letter. The locomotive was ready within a week. If only you could see it. But you will see it. That much I have promised you. It is magnificent. It seems impatient to set out on its maiden voyage. There is only Oscar left to build. I hope I will finish him soon, but as you can imagine, his mechanism is complex and takes a great deal of time and handiwork. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I understand you wish me to bring you that cursed prehistoric doll, the very thought of which I wonder if it is still in the cave, and if it is, what state it is in. But what does 60 years matter? After all, an object already several thousand years old. I'm going to find it, Hans, I promise you. I have a bit of a nasty flu at the moment, which is running me down a little. I should be better in a few days, though. The sale of the factory is taking shape. The lawyer from New York should be visiting, and we will be able to sign the contracts. Then I shall realize that I'm very sick and go confess to somebody that you're alive. Chugga, 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 whoop, whoop. More reading. You think it's important? Total debt, what you're responsible, is currently 47,782 francs. Despite numerous follow-up letters on our part, we noticed that you still owe the sum of 80,200 francs. From the Fontenay Company, the Blanchard Solicitors, the Passeri Bank. It's the only way to swell your accounts and settle your debts. I'll also be enabling Wahlberg Manufacturing to stay afloat, streamline production, and modernize production techniques. Beg you to accept the American investor's proposal.
Oh my gosh. Invoices, invoices, more invoices. I never knew the factory was in such a bad way financially. These last 2 years must have been very hard for Anna Vorarlberg.
Let's see, that's it? I think that's it. Did I pick up, like, a pin from this letter? No, I'm not supposed to pick up the pin. I'm just supposed to know that she stopped writing it there. Come on, secret switch in the office. Turns on something else. Aha! It's taken away my cursor.
If that's going to work, it looks like something's missing.
I thought we would get in closer before I, There you go.
Hans, where are you hiding? We've got to go home. We're late. Very late. Anna, over there. What do you mean, over there? Please, Hans, we've got to go. It's a secret. You've got to swear. Okay. I, Anna Vorarlberg, swear to my brother Hans to never ever mention this to anyone.
It's right there. You see?
But it's dark in there.
Don't worry, I took a lantern. From the factory. Girls, honestly.
You won't look so clever when Father notices you've stolen one of his lanterns. Oh, I'm all covered in mud because of you.
Look, Anna. Look.
I've seen paintings like this in a library book. They're like...
You swore, Anna. It's a secret between you and me. Hey, look. There's something else up there.
Oh, come on.
It's like a toy. I have to have it. Give me some light.
But Hans, it's much too high. Do be careful, Hans. Hans, be careful.
For weeks, my brother lay in a coma, hanging between life and death. And then one morning, he opened his eyes. But I knew he would never be the same again. We never did return to the cave. And to this day, I have never, ever betrayed our secret.
Did you see that that report thing about how the theory where if you had a torch in a cave, then some of the pictures might look animated because of the way the fire flickers? I held that back for like the entire cutscene. It's like, man, if only these kids had a torch, this cave would look so much cooler. Oh no. I don't know how to operate this factory. Let's just turn everything on. Okay, only the one thing
Doesn't
turns
look
on.
like that works. Doesn't look like that works.
I hadn't heard that detail. That is cool. Probably met and told their oral traditions there. I'd be pretty hyped to as a little kid in that community that I'm imagining right now. You're like, is it cave story day? Yes, it's cave story day. Let's go. You know what I mean? You know what? I don't actually feel like we learned anything new from that voice recording box, did we? Yeah. Probably like seeing fireworks or go into a movie. Something. come to the conclusion that I'm supposed to climb in through the window and then climb down the stairs or something. I see a bike, books, covered furniture, chests, rafters. No secret stairwell into the rest of the house. Complete lack of secret stairwells into the rest of the house. Garden lady, are you still over here? Do you have any important information for me?
Good morning. You've got a magnificent garden here.
No, she doesn't. I can't escape. I can't. There's no skip.
Oh, please don't.
It's just somebody just stands up, postures to you like that, and sits back down to get back to their work. I just wanted to compliment them on a job well done. Well, maybe next time you shouldn't. It's rough. Okay, so that's not an alcove that I can go into. What do we have? Ink bottle. Probably for that approval stamp at the notary office. Voice cylinder, music cylinder, but the cylinder thing broke, so it's not gonna be much use now. Ooh. Okay, let me just write down these paths here. We've got the 2 in the back, that one. We got a pentagram? No. There's 6. Yeah, there's 5 exits. How come I can't draw it, though? Factory. Town. No, wait. House. Factory over here. I think we said that one's the train, and that one's, like, the weird crane place. Pretty sure we go to the train as, like, the very last thing. We might go in between, but also as the last thing. Oh, we've got another, pack thing, but no way to move it. This shouldn't do anything this
I don't
time,
need
right?
to do that again.
How do you know, Kate? Are you an engineer now? Poke all the buttons, that's what I say. Really no point in going anywhere on the factory floor. I don't think. I mean, we've explored this, right? Yeah. I guess I can go to the train yard. Must be where that crane took that thing. Although that janitor's still there. Sweeping the floor. Everything's supposed to be closed, mourning Anna Varberg, but the people who actually work at the factory place, still here. The gardener lady and the janitor. You think about that. Okay. I don't think you can go through the train compartment to the other side, but I will try it. Oh, you can. They only wanted to animate it one way, I'm guessing. What if I pull this? Yeah. Pretty sure this is not set up correctly to do anything with this yet. But hey, at least we can... Oh. We came, we saw, we tried, and we succeeded. Now it's time to get the heck out of here. No, you go down there. You have one job, Kate. There you go. Why can't I climb up here? Because it doesn't want me to. Okay, we've fueled the train. We sent a carburetor or something somewhere. Played a voice box. Noticed that there was spots for treasures within the train. I'm trying to make the factory work, I guess. Run, girl, run. A little bit. Just a mite teensy bit of urgency. She has none. She's never met urgency in her life. Where's the bottom of this ladder at? If it existed, I could go up there. No instructions, huh?
Doesn't look like that works.
These different types of wood. Okay, none of these turn on, like, it's not based on what order you turn them on in. Unless... No, it's not. Okay. I have a feeling the factory's a little bit broken. And I have to repair it. Or something. It shouldn't be out of order. They used it... Well, maybe they didn't. They're still paying the gardener. They were still assembling the train, and the train conductor automaton. The automaton, you know. Oh, I can take those. Okay, that's one treasure down. Ah. Probably goes in the center of the train. There was a compartment for another treasure. No secret compartments. Back to the train I go. I stole it one piece at a time. But it didn't cost me a dime. The birdie. No points, bonus points for noticing when there's a birdie on screen, but if there were, I'd have bonus points. And I'd use those bonus points for hints. Girl, why? She just had a little moment there. Nothing to worry about. Into the train car as fast as we can. We're escaping the janitor man. You think that was also just easier to animate?
And if I were to watch one of those cylinders again?
Music cylinder, maybe? Took away my cursor again. I know it looks like I'm just standing here enjoying the music, but that's more Kate's decision. Is it gonna do the whole thing again? Can I skip that? You don't have to have a third cylinder. Oh, we need 2 more. You ever think that it's going to be easy and you just need 1 more cylinder, just to find out you need at least 2?
These shelves look as if they're made for valuable objects.
Well, I don't think that actually progressed the story yet. But it is something kind of off the checklist. No. Welcome to the void. I'll be your host. Please send a package of butter and toast. Well, I think I might be running low on steam here. You have another hint for me? Can't go in through this door, right? We've checked this one twice.
The door's locked, but I've still got to get in there.
You weren't expecting the hint request, were you? No one ever expects the hint request. And the back door's also locked, and she says the same thing.
The door's locked, but I've still got to get in there.
See if this gate is still locked back here. By all accounts, it should be. I mean, I can put the ink in the well at the notary place. But without a paper to approve, don't know how it'll help.
No point. It's locked.
I feel like this patch of dirt is suspicious, and if I had a shovel, I could dig it up and find buried treasure. I'll try the attic again. If I was a 14 to 90-year-old woman, where would I hide all my secrets? Where would my trapdoor be in my house? They got all this stuff up here somehow. I don't think I am supposed to get into the rest of the house from here. No, I mean, like, I should, right? If I'm supposed to get into the rest of the house, then it should be from here, because I'm already inside the house. The light? What light? Like one of the street lamps outside? I don't think there's any, there's only natural sunlight in here. This is all from here to here is just go to the other part of the attic. Oh my goodness, there's a hanging light bulb. Wow. Momo! Thank you.
Mamas. You draw mamas for Momo?
Ah, Momo, it's you. You scared me. What are
I
you
bet
doing
he
in
knows
here?
secrets.
Momo want mama's picture, like Han's picture.
Sorry, I haven't got a picture of a mammoth with me.
That was a good catch.
Take paper and pencil and draw mamas for Momo.
You don't give up easily, do you?
But I didn't draw it yet. Is he really gonna respond to me if I,
Do you know if Anna came here often with Hans?
Momo want mama's picture, like Han's picture.
Yeah, he's not gonna answer anything.
Tell me, Momo.
I think.
I heard about a cave. You look like a smart little fellow. You wouldn't know where it is, would you?
Draw mamas for Momo.
Okay, here's the deal. I draw you a mammoth, and you tell me about the cave, okay?
But first, draw mamas for Momo.
Momo, I've got to go now. But see you later, maybe.
Okay, Kate, put your art skills to the test. There's a writing desk right over here. There you go, just sit down and get it done. Yeah, business archetype woman is not gonna draw a picture of a mammoth. Not so easily. Yeah, I'm sitting here like, I have this whole screen at full, you know, I have a whole screen. I didn't notice it. I guess it just summons Momo. Kind of want to pick up a hammer, because, you know, those are useful, but Kate doesn't seem to agree. A mammoth picture like Hans' picture. There must be a journal or something somewhere. Maybe
Momo,
I should just
I've
talk
got
through all the
something else
talking
I want
points
to
with him.
ask you.
Momo listening.
It's up here in the attic. Did I already see a mammoth picture? I saw a picture of Hans in the diary.
Momo, I've got to go now. But see you later,
Carving
maybe.
of a mammoth. Okay, hold on. Let me poke around. Sit up straight so all the light particles can be completely visible. Paintings, clocks, books, boxes, carpets, bikes. Upside down table, bike wheels, rafters, rafters. Was that something? Or was that just the, Almost forgot to look up. But there's no ceiling, so we got the clock. Plates. Box, boots. Pry bar. Carved into one of the wooden objects, maybe, as like an inlay? That would be easy to, It's a mammoth by the bulb. There cannot be a mammoth by the bulb. Mammoth by the bulb isn't real. It can't hurt me by existing where I should have seen it 32 times. Oh my goodness. Let me just take a second to absorb. Okay, alright. We're good. Thank you again. Hey, she did that pretty good. Momo!
Momo, I've got something else I want to ask you.
Momo listening.
Here's your picture of a mammoth? Oh, do I have to hand it to him from my inventory?
You're a sweet kid, Momo, but I can't draw.
Yeah, I have
Least
to
of
hand
all,
it to him first.
mammoths.
Draw a mammoth easy. Hans draw a mammoth. Anna draw a mammoth. Kate too.
I mean, maybe I could do a quick squiggle of a box, say, that has a mammoth inside.
No.
Kate.
Momo want a real mammoth.
My goodness, you are one stubborn boy. Momo, I've got...
Let's see here. Nope, not that one. Pretty good, huh? Drew it myself.
Thank you. Momo happy. Now follow Momo. Momo show his secret to Kate.
Tell you? Oh my gosh, he's so fast. It's like, follow me. There is. Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, you could run this whole town. Okay, good. Excellent, right. Come on, Kate, hurry up. He's certainly not slowing down. Yeah, it's a lot of stairs. Don't be intimidated. This place is beautiful. This is my new favorite location so far. That was actually a really interesting way they did the art on the trees there so that it feels like you're turning at an angle. You get in the boat. You probably don't get in the boat. The boat is full of water. Definitely not getting in that. Oh, you've been running a long time. Sitting down for rest makes sense.
There you are, Momo. This is some walk you've taken me on. I've got to say, though, it sure is mighty pretty.
Momo come here often. Momo like make splashing water.
Right, the cave.
So you reckon the cave that Hans and Anna found is round here? You wouldn't know where it is exactly, would you?
Cave disappear. Anna say nobody find it. Disappear. Like magic.
Caves don't go disappearing like that.
I just didn't want another little kid to get hurt.
That's all.
Momo like playing hide and seek.
I think that's just as well.
Rather
Momo,
me poke around?
I've got to go now. But see you later, maybe.
You're wearing boots, Kate. You'll be fine. Yep, I lied. That would get your boots all soggy.
It's a shame this boat's been left to rot. Now it's full of holes.
Put your back into it.
Broken. I've got to get a helping hand here.
She needs vessies. Yeah, she does. Never go out adventuring without your vessies.
I've got to get a helping hand here.
Go ask Momo for help.
Momo, I've got something else I want to ask you.
Momo listening.
Why have you brought me here?
Mama's doll in cave. Very important for Hans, Anna said.
Cave? What cave? Where?
Momo not liar.
Let's say you were,
help
kid.
me, please?
What do?
Help me open the dam.
Momo strong.
Kit, you said help me. You're not gonna help him?
Oops.
Guess we need a new handle now.
That looks broken.
No kidding, Kate. Shove that in your shirt pocket. You know any woodworkers in
I've
town?
got something else I want to ask you.
Momo listening.
Tell me, Momo, did you come here a lot with Anna?
Mm-hmm. Anna like Momo. Anna like Hans. Anna on journey.
It must be fascinating to live in a village full of automatons.
Automatons made by hands. Difficult work. When Momo big, he do like hands. Momo friend of automatons.
Oh yeah, sure, we'll talk about
You
himself.
are a strange one, Momo. I'm beginning to see why Anna Vorarlberg liked you.
Momo, he... Momo look like Hans. Momo very proud.
Okay, I think I've asked him
Momo,
everything.
I've got to go now. But see you later, maybe.
I have an idea, Kate. You see all these pieces of wood in this boat? Maybe you can just pry one off with your hand since it's so badly rotted. Oh wait, no. That probably would break if we used it as another handle. What do you mean you're just gonna...
I could use one of the oars from this boat as a lever. But how am I ever going to get a hold of it?
Being just a little bit braver?
That oar is all dirty and wet.
Are you,
That oar is all dirty and wet.
She's not gonna pick it up. What'd you expect? I have one ink bottle. I have an old newspaper. I feel like an old newspaper would be, a pretty good answer, picking that up. What are we supposed to do? Just wait till it dries? She didn't even pull it all the way onto land. Oh, ask Momo to pick it up? This is how Kate climbed to the corporate ladder.
Momo, I've got something else I want to ask you.
Momo listening.
Do you, like, have a texture problem, Momo? Because there is.
You
A
are a
horribly
strange one,
disgusting...
Momo.
Oh, that's the
I'm
wrong
beginning...
button.
Momo,
No, I didn't mean that.
Momo,
Escape the whole
I've got
conversation.
something else I want to ask you.
Momo listening.
Thing that might have splinters in it just floating in the river down there, I think will help us.
I've moved the oar nearer. Be a good boy and carry it for me?
Momo say yes.
Actually, he might be wearing gloves. He's got fingerless gloves on, so that helps. Not, like, entirely, but a little bit. I guess I have to stop and tell him to use it on the dam.
Momo, I've got something else I want to ask you.
Momo listening.
Can you help me, please?
What do?
I need a hand opening the dam.
Momo say yes. Momo's strong. Momo very strong.
Thank you, Momo.
Got it in one go. Back down to the river. She's gonna be like, I don't have a flashlight. Is it still up there? Oh, it's on the ground. It's Are we actually close to the end of this game? We can't be that close. We've got 2 voice cylinders to find still, and like a train conductor to make or find or something. What?
Hello?
Kate?
Is it you?
Well, yeah, who did you think it was?
I didn't recognize your voice, that's all. Must be the distance or something. So, spill the beans. What's Europe like? You lucky lady, you. Honestly, I never get that kind of break.
Well, so far all I've seen of Europe is this tiny village, and frankly, they're not very hospitable. The whole case is getting really complicated. There's this surprise heir I've got to find.
No. I talked to Lynn, who bumped into Josh when she had coffee with the head honcho this morning. He didn't sound at all happy. The client's meeting him tomorrow, and when Marston tells him that the sale's not even gone through yet, well, you're gonna be pleased you're on the other side of the ocean when that bomb goes off.
Yeah, I get the picture. But so, how about yourself? What's up at work?
We lost the Sarah Lou trial. I worked 5 months on that dumb case.
I remember.
So, for a bit of therapy, I went to Boomies. The sale started yesterday.
Wow, lucky.
It was absolutely crazy, Katie. Absolute mayhem. You know that blue silk top I wanted? Guess how much I got it for?
I don't know, 250, 200?
$140. Just get yourself back here and I'll go down with you.
Like it's my choice. Look, I gotta go.
Call me soon, huh? I want a blow-by-blow account of every moment of your great adventure.
Get out of here. Look after yourself.
You too.
Yeah, I will.
She's real ingenuitive, using her umbrella as a, or whatever I think her umbrella as a cell phone antenna right there. I think you get on the train and it starts moving, and that's the end of this one. And then you arrive and have to keep fueling up the train and stuff in the second one. Come on, you can do it. And we gotta run all the way back across town. I think the streets used to be filled with robots and people milling about. Wait, this isn't even the right way. I've gone too far. I was too busy thinking about that old man sitting on the bench and his reminiscings of days past, wanting just one person to sit and talk to, and wondering what the days past must have looked like. Let's see. The train, right. We'll put the mammoth on its spot. See if anything happens. Just happened to look up at my captions. Did the way I say mammoth actually sound that close to minutes? Put the minutes on its spot. Alright, sit back up. Just enough to press the escape button.
I don't need that for the time being.
Alright. But then what? Let's see, what do we have still? We got getting into the house. And the factory, basically. Oh, statue in the in the middle of the fountain square. Tell me your secrets about how to get from here to there. I don't even know if that came out right at all. Oh, statue on the fountain in the middle of the square. Tell me all your secrets to get from here to there. There we go. Smooth version.
The door's locked, but I've still got to get in there.
This might be a good place to treat as a checkpoint. Oh, I definitely should save the game, though, just in case anything I can put ink in the inkwell. See? That's exactly why we save often. Eh. Woo! Just straight up crashed. Did it save? Or was the saving in the background part of what caused it to just freaking... Okay, good. It did save. Pull OBS back up. Maybe that means I should go ahead and log off for the night. Or for now, at least. Yeah, because we've agreed to come back, not tomorrow exactly, but like, some point. We'll come back to it. Do the other half of this one. See if I can actually leave the mansion. Okay, good. It's not some permanent bug. I had fun. I think I'll go ahead and make it my way down to the inkwell and put this in there. Just to check it off the to-do list. The other day we had a, like a partial power out. And when it finally came back on, I turned on my computer. And when I realized, oh yeah, the internet's not back yet, I was about to turn it off, and then we had like a little aftershock of, power outage, so I was like, I was about to turn it off. My poor computer. Luckily, it seems, you know, seems fine. No worse for wear.